I would like to introduce to the stage WordPress project co-founder, Matt Mullenweg.
Wow. What an amazing time to be involved with WordPress. This is also our very first international State of the Word, so thank you for starting perhaps a new era. We'll do more of these around the world in the future. First, we're going to start with sort of celebrating some of the things we did in 2023. We're going to move on to a little bit what's coming next, and we've got some fun announcements for you today. As you may have heard, WordPress turned 20 this year on May 27th. This was a year as well of us coming together again. So this year, there have been 70 WordCamps in 33 countries. There were over 2,500 organizers that made this possible, including 1,600 meetup organizers and 800 WordCamp organizers. So thank you so much to all the people. Another project that's been super exciting is the Playground. Who's played with the Playgrounds? We got a good number in this room. So what the Playground is basically using WASM, WebAssembly, we can actually found a way to load all of PHP and like a little web server and a little database in your browser. We have a little demo here, I believe narrated by Adam Zielinski, showing some cool stuff with Playgrounds.
Here are the latest features in Playground. You can store your Playground in the browser and retain it beyond a page refresh. You can load more PHP extensions like libxml. You can even give Playground access to network to interact with APIs or simply to browse plugins indirectly in wp-admin. And you can also stay ahead of the latest WordPress features with the latest nightly WordPress version preview. Furthermore, you can even test specific upcoming features with a new WordPress pull request previewer. Just paste a link to a WordPress PR of your choice to try it in Playground. And by the way, previews. WordPress plugins like this interactive code block may now opt into a live preview feature in the WordPress plugin directory. With a single click, you get a pre-configured Playground where you can try the plugin out without risk.
Another fun achievement of this year is the 2024 theme. Here's a little short demo of it. So basically what you're seeing here, all of these screenshots were made with default 2024 and just editing through the site editor. You can see you can make portfolios, you can make business sites. Literally everything you're seeing here this is a great sort of like gallery. Everything you're seeing is being done with Gutenberg. Look at that. All of that now built in. To remind you of the 4 phases of Gutenberg, the first phase was around editing, the second phase was customization. We're currently working on phase 3, which is collaboration, and phase 4 is going to be multilingual. I would now like to invite my esteemed colleague and lead architect of WordPress, a very influential person in many, many ways, Matthias Ventura.
Thank you, Matt. So collaboration and workflows. We don't have a timeline yet for this, but we do have an actual working prototype of real-time collaboration in the editor. It's a pretty interesting flow because it's doing some peer-to-peer. It's establishing a sync engine into WordPress so you can have this side-by-side. And as you're seeing, like again, you update an image, it gets reflected for everyone on the session as soon as it gets updated. Moving on to some other cool stuff that's coming up. With the site editor, we really started emphasizing patterns. So we want to continue as moving to, like in phase 3, we're doing both collaboration and workflows. For the workflows part, we want to really embrace the idea of patterns as these sort of section elements of design. And there's one thing that I'm really excited about, which is, I think like with this new thing, patterns are going to be gaining like superpowers. What we're doing now is to have like a sort of hybrid between the two. So you'll be able to customize the text of the pattern. So you can add it to like 100 pages, customize the text, but still be able to update the design globally. So this would allow you to, as we're seeing in the demo, to offer people the ability to have this really powerful thing, which is the ability to, like, again, change the content, which is what you want to do, and at the same time, keep control of the global design. Now we're going to get a bit into custom fields. This has been the UI for custom fields for years now in WordPress. What we're going to have now is the ability to connect blocks to custom fields without having to create custom blocks. So essentially, you can insert a heading or a paragraph and say, I want this to come from this other custom field. So then this becomes again, it's just a regular core block. The interactions for the user are extremely intuitive, but it's coming from this separate data field. It's not serialized back to the HTML. So this is a way to bridge the worlds between custom fields, which are very developer-friendly, and blocks, which are very user-friendly. The other part of performance is the front-end performance. And we're going to be working this year on this thing we're calling the Interactivity API. And this is purely for the front end. This website is built entirely with blocks. It's a block theme, and the transitions are instant. Even searching is instant. But all of these things are real WordPress templates. It's not like just done in the cloud. Like the permalinks, when you go to a single movie and so forth, are all real WordPress permalinks. We want to bring this to the tool set of blocks so that anyone creating a site with blocks is going to be able to get this sort of experience. If you go to wpmovies.dev, you can see it in action and play with it a bit. So last but certainly not least, we're looking at the admin design. And we're going to start expanding the design that started to develop around the site editor, focusing a bit on list views. So list views are really powerful, so we want to allow as much customizability and extensibility as possible to them. So you can see pages as a list view or as grid items and so forth. This is going to be highly extensible. And the idea is that everyone will be able to shape WordPress to like their specific needs. If you have a commerce, if you run a plugin with a newsletter, that all the elements in the admin are relevant to each use case. So the idea is that each WordPress can be unique, yet familiar to everyone. That's it from me. I'm sending it back to Matt, so thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
I want to show you just a little experiment of something we've been playing around with in WordPress itself. So this is combining Playground and a little bit of AI to use natural language to instantiate and interact with Playground blueprints. So as you can see, what it typed there was, make a Woo site for the shoe shop, Ola Madrid, and give it SEO, give it some e-commerce, and call it this. And it responded yes, and it created a Playground blueprint. I'm very excited now to see because WordPress is still a power tool, if we can create more conversational interfaces to some of the things that we do. And I'm particularly excited for this when it doesn't just do the thing, but actually shows you how it did it. The thing that, if I had to say what I'm most excited about with AI, is that we will all have access to essentially like a personalized tutor, available 24/7. So imagine that throughout history, that's been inaccessible. But now, in any language, 24 hours a day, we can have a very, very smart assistant, if you will, to teach us whatever we want. It means that our growth and development will only be limited by our curiosity. But the next thing I'm going to show you is actually what I'm most excited about. As a focus area that we will be doing in parallel to Phase 3 of Gutenberg is what we're calling data liberation. In 2024, we want to unlock the web through a dedicated focus on migration tools. Whether you're switching from a different WordPress, a different CMS, or if you're just moving between WordPresses, which is a lot harder than it should be, right? Like we offer an export format, WXR, but it doesn't bring over plugins or images. And moving WordPress, migrating from a staging site to a main or migrating between hosts is very, very difficult today. So we want to make sort of first-party community plugins, tools, and workflows available on WordPress.org that are going to assist with this. So we're going to work on one-click migrations between all of these. We're going to do a lot to focus on the export format for WordPress. Finally, we're going to keep working on copy and paste. These solutions are going to be available at wordpress.org/and/whatever the thing is. So as these projects boot up, there might be a /and/Shopify or /and/whatever. It could be page builders. It could be anything. And we're going to create great migration tools from that to the first-party things for WordPress. All right, it wouldn't be a WordCamp without a little bit of a reveal. So I am happy to announce that WordCamp US is going to be in Portland, Oregon this year. Again, my name is Matt Mullenweg. You can see my blog at ma.tt. I am at Photomatt, PHOTOMATT, on Tumblr, Instagram. And the hashtag for this event has been SOTW.